Dear students, last class which we saw the way how we can make use data types. What is the data type? What are the different types of data types which are available in Python programming, which we saw theoretically. Now we'll see how we can execute those examples which we saw while learning theoretical concept. We will proceed with each one, the way how we can make use interactive mode, and as well as we will try to see a script mode also how we can execute those data types. Okay, we'll just start with a simple example, the way how we can make use numbers, that is integers, a equal to 10. Yes, we can say a, which will print display method, same way which you can print by using print method. A value is, okay, comma, variable name. Yes, we can print this way also. Yeah, we made a mistake, the quotation mark which we haven't done. Okay, that's why you must careful while typing statement. Where we made a mistake, here we made a mistake, quotation mark. Okay, now we can see a value. So print function, the way how we can provide like readability of application, how we can provide. Okay, so same manner which we saw identity of variable which you can check. Okay, so how we can check the identity of variable? So for example, same thing which you can take the example which you have taken, x equal to 10 and x equal to 20. Okay, so these are the two. You just check first x equal to the identity of each variables first. Again, for example, x equal to 10, then which you want to check the identity of this value. How we can check? Predefined function id of x. Okay, which you can see. Same way, again define x equal to 20. Now check the identity of this particular variable, id of x. Close the print function. See, so even though variable name is same and the value is different, but you can see the memory address of both the values are different. Both the values are different. You can see clearly. Okay, so that is how it stores that particular memory address, which it can be assigned once, it cannot be changed. Okay, so same manner which you can proceed with numbers, that is integers, which you can calculate. So a equal to 10 and b equal to 15, then you can perform a plus b, then you can see, you will get it such a way that, then if you want to check that a and b values which type. Okay, that also we saw that by using predefined function which you can check the value, the variable which type of value which is holding, type a. Okay, so which is integer type, which is integer type. Same way, type of b, integer type, both are integers. Same way, by using same way, another example which you can take it as x equal to 25, y equal to 30. Okay, now print x plus y, okay, equal to, comma, x plus y. Okay, now again you can check that by using print method, previously which we saw by using display method how we can check. Now we can apply type of x. Okay, which will give you the integer. Same manner you can check the y variable also by using type function, by using type function. Okay, which you can see the way how we can get the data which we assign, values which we assign to a variable, which type it is, how we will come to know. So that is how which you can make use. Same manner we can take it as another example. So now we come to know the integer numbers, how we can make use. Same way negative numbers also which you can make use. Okay, so for example, a equal to 10, b equal to minus 20. Okay, then we can perform print of a plus b equal to comma a plus b. See the output minus 10, because a plus 10 plus minus 20 minus half. Okay, which means minus 10. 10 minus 20, how much will get output? Minus 10. Okay, so negative number also which you can make use same manner, which you can see 10.10 y floating point value, float value, decimal value, precision value, which we call it as 20.20. Okay, so now calculate the addition. Print x plus y equal to comma after the quotation mark. This is the formula which works. Okay, now which you want to check these variables. Okay, so which type it is data which are holding. Print type is the function which you can check that type of value, the variable which is holding. Class float. Okay, same way y variable. Print type of y, then we will see both are float values. Okay, suppose if you work with int and float, then result will be float value. You see that also. A equal to 10, b equal to 20.10. Okay, then if you apply the calculation, let's see, a plus b equal to comma a plus b, just execute, you will see float value. Okay, so result comes float value, such a way that you can make use float values. Same way complex numbers which you can see. Okay, we also saw that another type of number data type is complex number. Okay, so x equal to 1 plus 0j. Okay, then you can see here how we can print x value, which will say like this, which will come whatever we specified, which will treat as a complex number. Then how we can extract real number and imaginary number. Okay, so let's see. Print of x dot real comma x dot imaginary. Okay, imag, both values separately which will give you. Okay, so this one will print in the form of float values, so 0 represents 0.0, 1 represents 1.0, real part 1.0, and imaginary part of that complex number is 0.0. Okay, so same manner which you can take it as y equal to, so 9 minus 5j. Okay, which you can see this also, which you can get the same y which you can apply. You will get such a way that now we'll print the real and imaginary part of both of variable comma y dot imaginary. Yes, we can see, so already it was told you that float value will be represented when it comes to the accessing the real part and imaginary part. So 9.0 minus 5.0, because minus 5 is the imaginary value which it was specified. Okay, so now you come to know the way how we can make use. Okay, there is a function also which we use, complex of 5 for example. Okay, now print the x. You can see clearly the one value, if you pass this complex function, that represent real part, and imaginary part by default which will take it as 0. Okay, so now we come to know the way how we can make use complex number, same manner which you can see by passing two values, x equal to complex of 10 comma minus 3 example. Okay, now see, print the x value. We can see 10 minus 3j. This is how x plus j format by default, which goes x plus yj format. The syntax which we saw when we learned about theoretically complex numbers, how it takes place. Okay, complex numbers, how it takes place. Now we come to know uses of complex numbers. Okay, the way how we can make use. So now we are proceeding with this type also, which you can see how we can check x value. Okay, if you wanted to check, yes, you can check print type of x, let's see, complex. Okay, it will give you the type of data which is holding complex. Okay, so complex numbers, how we can make use, we come to know. Now we can perform addition also on this part, same manner, which you can see the example which it was represented, textbook, which will follow 2 plus 5j, whatever it is, 2 plus 5j, same way, y equal to 4 minus 2j. Okay, then z equal to x plus y, print z value. This also becomes a complex number. Okay, so 2 plus 4 6, and then plus 5 minus 2, which means 3, which means 6 plus 3j. I think we will get output as 6 plus 3j. When you make an addition, 2 plus 4 6, the constant value, and j value which it was represented 5j minus 2j, which becomes 3j, which you can see clearly. And then you can check this type value, type of z, what type of data which is holding complex data, yes, which you can see clearly. We support such a way that, okay, so now we come to know how we can make operations on complex data, as well as you can perform float values, addition, all the arithmetic operations which you want to perform, yes, you can perform. Okay, so now we'll be proceeding with another one is Boolean. For integer subtype is Boolean value. How we can execute Boolean value? Let's see the Boolean value calculation directly, which you can see. For example, x equal to 10, then x double equal to 0. Let's see, false. That is what Boolean. So which is not true, that's why false. Same manner, which you can check x double equal to 10, which will give you the true. Okay, it will give you true or false, or else you can assign into a some other variable. Okay, boo equal to same manner, which you can assign x value 10, which we assign greater than 0. Let's see what happens. Okay, here until you won't print the variable, you will not get the result either true or false. Yes, true. So 10 is greater than 0, which is true, which you can see clearly. Same manner, Boolean equal to, so x double equal to 0. Now see the output, print the Boolean value. Yes, you can see false. Okay, so 10 double equal to 0, it's not true. That's why the variable which holds false, the moment when you print the variable, then you will see the output as false. So Boolean values, how you can make use. Boolean values, how you can make use. Same manner, which you can see now. When we proceed with another data type is none. So now we come to know the way how we can use three categories of numbers. First one is integer, then floating point value or number, then complex numbers, then for integers again subset is Boolean value. How we can make use Boolean. Okay, boolean which will display the true or false, only two values. Now we are proceeding with another data type, that is none, which we learned. Then we can assign x equal to none. So this is a keyword, same manner which you need to define. Okay, so display method, when you execute this, which will not display any value, clearly you can see it does not show any output. When you use print of the variable, then which will show the same value which we assigned to a variable as an output. Okay, the output none can be only none, that is what which we learned, which is not equivalent to 0, which is not equivalent to false, or which is not equivalent to an empty string. Okay, none means none, nothing value can hold. Okay, so same thing which you can check, that a memory which will be allocated for this particular variable. So memory can be allocated, but the value which was assigned is none, which means it doesn't have any value. It doesn't have any value. Then even you can check with type. If you want it, you can check the type of the data, none type. Yes. We saw that none is a none itself. It is a none type. Okay, data type. So that's how which you can check with none, or the way how you can make use, even though which is a keyword, but which is also a data type which can hold nothing. Okay, so now none also we come to know how we can make use. Now we are proceeding with another data type, that is sequence, ordered collection of data items or values, which we call it as sequence. There are three types of sequence which we saw: strings, tuple, list. We will see one by one. String variable, how we can define name equal to, for example. Okay, then print the name. Yes, which will print. Then if you want to check the data type, yes, you can check type of name, the variable which we use, which is a string type, which you can see. Same manner which you want to check the memory address of the variable, yes, you can check. It will give you the memory address once you install. And also this all are, so far which we checked, all the data types are immutable. Once you initialize, then which will not be changed, the address which is assigned, which cannot be changed later on. Okay, so same thing, you can take it as another variable. Okay, so let's see what happens here. We will take it as name 1. Okay, now print name 1, which will print. Okay, now we can enclose with name 2 equal to Sai. Okay, we can put it in single quote. Already we learned that we can put it either single quote or double quote or triple quote, string values which you can assign to a variable. Yes, name 2 which you can print. Now if you want to perform concatenation, that is what plus operator which we use, name equal to name 1 plus name 2, which will concatenate name 1 value with name 2 value. You can see the output here when you print name. Okay, you can see the concatenated string. So name 1 is Manateja and name 2 is Sai. Okay, both are concatenated. Okay, so string concatenation which takes same way, name equal to name 1 is multiplied with 2, which means, which is not actual multiplication, because the name 1 variable which is holding string value and we are trying to multiply, but which will not multiplied here. The string value will be repeated 2 times, which replicates 2 times. Okay, whatever value which we assign name 1 variable, that one will repeat 2 times. You can print the variable, let's see, 2 times which will print. Okay, same manner which you can see, name equal to name 2 with 3. Okay, now again print that using display method. You can see 3 times. because multiplication symbol operator which we used and followed by the number which we use, that many number of times the string value will replicate. Okay, so now strings also, the way how we can make use, we come to know how we can assign the value to a string variable. Okay, and the way how we can make concatenation and string repetition, how we can make use. Okay, even we can check with that condition like name1 double equal to name2. Okay, which you can assign name equal to, let's see, then print name false, because name1 value is not equal to name2 value. Name1 this, here in the form of string value comparison, we starts with first character of first variable ASCII value and second variable first character ASCII value, which compares both. If it matches, then which proceeds next character. If it doesn't matches, then no need to check. Okay, so which means not equal, one character is not equal first character itself, then how we can check further proceeding, which will not check. So that's how we will see false. Okay, boolean value which will return. Same thing which you can see another time, name equal to name2 double equal to name2. Now see output, print that. Okay, true, which you can see true. Same manner which you can see name equal to name1 greater than name2. Okay, then see, print the name variable false, because m is not greater than s. Okay, so you change it now, let's see what happens. Now if you apply name1 less than name2, now check the condition, print the name true. Okay, so that is how which you can see ASCII values, how it takes the conditions and which will return the boolean value as a result. Strings, the way how we can make use. Now another type is tuple. Okay, so another type is how we can make use tuple. So we know tuple how we can make use. If you say parenthesis, already we know that the way how we can make use tuple parenthesis. The moment when you print that, let's see, empty. Okay, so print statement also you can use to print that tuple value, which will not display anything, which you can assign value within the parenthesis always 1 comma 2 comma 3. Now print that, print the tuple value, which will give you such a way that. Okay, even you can access with the help of index number, that is what which we learned. Okay, index number will be used to a big brackets which you want to make use. Yes, we will get it such a way that. Okay, so same manner when you are trying to change that particular value. Okay, instead of 1 10 error. Okay, because which will not be changed once you assign the values to a tuple variable, which cannot be changed. Tuple object does not support item assignment. So once you assign, which will not be changed again and again, again and again. So same variable which can hold the multiple types of data. For example, 1, okay, 2, then decimal values, yes, which can hold. Same way which can hold the string values. Okay, same manner which you can see. Finally close the parenthesis. Print tuple, yes, which can hold any type of data, numbers, floating point numbers, string values, all which can hold. But this is immutable type, data type. So once you assign the value, later if you want to change it, you can't change it. Okay, you can't be able to change. The index number always starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, like this, which goes. For example, if you want to extract this value, then you can say tp of, sorry, here while accessing through index you must say such a way that 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, see, index number, with the help of index number, which will be able to access it, which will be able to access it. Okay, so now we know how to initialize a tuple and how we can make use. Yes, you can check that type of data which it is holding by using the predefined function. Same thing which you can use. Type of data is tuple, which you can see clearly, which it is holding. Okay, so now we know the way how we can make use tuple. Now we'll be proceeding with another type is, that is list. Okay, list how we can make use. List equal to, already we know that we must enclose with brackets 10 comma 20 comma 30, just see, then print the list. Okay, list values. List also can hold, which is a mutable, which can hold the different types of data as same like tuple, but only difference is here. So list is mutable and tuple is immutable. Okay, now you can see 10 comma 20 comma 30 3.10 comma, yes, we can use the string values. String values also, which you can specify. Finally close with. Okay, now print that list. Yes, you can print. Okay, now you can change the value here. Okay, so index 0, what it is, which you can print, that index 0 is having 10. How you can print that index value? The help of index list of 0, 0 index value, what it is, 10, which we want to change this. Okay, list of 0 is equivalent to, we will put it as 5. Okay, yes, which changed. Okay, now print the list. You can see earlier when we were defined 10, now when you have put here 5, which we replaced by using this statement. Okay, which we changed the data here with the help of index number, that particular position value is changed. List will allow such a way that, because it is mutable, list is mutable, so which can hold any type of data, ordered collection of data items or values. Then you can check the type of data by using predefined function. How you can check? List. Okay, which we took variable name list. Yes, which is list, which is list, which you can see clearly the way how you can make use list concept, which you can access such a way that data which can be accessed. So by using list index number, whatever you want to access, as you can access. Same way, list of 4. Yes, so empty list, how it can be defined? This is empty list. Yeah, so empty list equal to like this. Okay, which is empty, which you can see empty list, which we call it as. Okay, So how we can make use empty list without any content. Same way, which you can say another data type is sets. How we can make use sets? Set equal to, you can say, already I told you that when you want to define empty set, then you must make use parenthesis, okay, which gives empty set. Suppose if you represent curly braces, okay, then which will show like a dictionary. Let's see the type which you can check. Set 1, which shows dictionary. The moment when you define set 1 equal to parenthesis, okay, now you check with type, okay, which type of value which is holding tuple, okay. So the way how we can make use this set, okay, which holds list tuple, and by default when you make use curly braces, then which will show like that, okay. So that is how which you want to know. Now we just make use set 1 equal to curly brace 1 comma 2 comma 3, then see, print the set values as you can print, okay. Then you can see the type of the data, type of set 1 set, okay. Now it's shown set clearly, okay. So that's why which you can see the clearly the way how you can make use. Same manner, set 1 equal to, when you use parenthesis, let's see here. Now apply type of set 1 tuple, okay. Now we know how we can make use set, how we can define values, assign, and how we can work with that. Now we are going to use another one is dictionary. So dictionary always which follows key value pair, and the data which will be enclosed with curly braces, okay. So for example 1 colon comma, so one key value pair which we specified, one is the key and apple is the value, and which both are separated with colon, like that which we need to specify. Comma 3 colon, close the curly brace. Yes, you can say that dictionary of 1, which you can see, okay, with the help of key, the way how you can access. Same manner, yes, by using predefined get method which we saw while learning theoretical concepts. Suppose if you apply direct dictionary variable name, all the data which will get as an output, all the data which will get as an output, okay. So that is how. Same way which you can specify here, dictionary also, all the different kinds of data which you can specify. For example, he also will specify a, okay. Then data also which you can specify, section 1 comma b colon section 2, like that which you can specify. Then you can access with the data help of key a when you specify, because which is a string value, you must say such a way that representation, otherwise you will get an error, as you can see clearly. So we can get such a way that if you apply directly variable which we made it dictionary variable, then you will get complete data. Then you will get complete data. Okay, dictionaries is unlimited Python objects which can hold unlimited Python objects data. Unlimited Python object, any kind of data which can hold numbers like integers, floating point numbers, then complex numbers, okay, boolean values, then list, tuple, string values, all the kinds of data which can hold dictionary, which is also mutable. Dictionary also mutable. Okay, so which can be changed. So that is how which you can make use data types in Python programming. When we proceed with concept, then we can work with more examples, the way how we can make use, the way how we can make use, and which I want to show that general variable which we define, like which we saw. Let's see here the difference which you can see. Same way, x equal to 20, then check the ID of that memory address. Okay, now same manner, when you define x equal to 1, let's see the ID of x, the memory address how it takes place. Same way, y equal to 1, now see the ID of y. Okay, see the memory address, if value is same and variables are different. Okay, but even though variable names are different but the value is same, which can hold the same memory address, which can hold the same memory address, you can see clearly, which can hold same memory address when value is same with multiple variables. And if variable name is same and values are different, yes, which can hold different memory addresses. Identity of that particular variable value, which you can see clearly. Identity, which we call it as ID, is nothing but memory address which it allocates in computer. Okay, the variables which we assign here, two different values with same variable name but memory addresses are different. Same value with two different variables, memory address is same, which holding, which pointing same address. Once you initialize that one with x variable, memory address is created which cannot be changed, and when you are trying to assign same value with another variable which will point to the same memory address, which will point to the same memory address, that is how it represents same memory address for both the variables. Now we come to know all the types of data types which you can make use, how you can check the type. Same way, one more thing which you want to see, for example, a equal to 10, okay, which you want to convert with float of a, integer to float, yes, which will be converted. Suppose a equal to 10.50, now which you want to convert with int of, okay, a, which will convert to the integer type. Okay, say value which we assign float value 10.50, and then which we applied the type conversion to convert float to integer. Okay, same manner, a equal to, which you can say, now which is a string, which you can check that type of a string, so which you want to convert, okay, into int. That's what happens. Let's see, experience, because the value which we assign which cannot be converted to integer type. For example, same way, which you can see within that 100. Okay, now see the type again, which is a string representation. Now when you are trying to convert this into int s, which will be converted, because this is the numbers which we represented as a string value s, which can be converted to integer type. Okay, so that is how type conversion can be taken place, which you can do by using predefined functions: int, float, str, boolean, like that. Okay, so that's all the data types. About data types, how we can make use. Okay, thank you. We will continue with another concept next class.